Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tolo Speaks. I offer little reminders in regard to the contemplative way, the spiritual experience, and mysticism itself. Presence is something that we often underrate and underestimate. Our ability to be present, to simply share our being. And of course, this includes the human that we are, as well as the spirit that not only indwells, but the spirit that moves and propels us into the next encounter with life. Now, sometimes those encounters are disappointments, frustrations, even heartbreaks. Sometimes those encounters are adventures and involvements beyond our anticipations or our expectations. Showing up, being present, is often our sole responsibility in a situation, and our real job as far as example is concerned. If we show up with a countenance of assurance, acceptance, respect for what is in our midst, then we are a true representative of consciousness itself. In other words, we're exhibiting the hallmark of one who is present to the moment and in the flow of life. This example is the highest we are capable of offering to a world that's often in turbulence, disturbance, and distress. If we go into a situation not needing to alter or fix or change, then our ability to stay present heightens. Our natural energy to stay in the flow of what next, of what now, even an accurate representation of what has transpired, begins to take root in us. Showing up and just being, our naturalness, our inquisitiveness, our spontaneity, are all hallmarks of one who lives in the flow. Now, oftentimes, the criticism is, but Tolo, aren't I shirking my responsibility and my commitments and my contracts when I am just being present. Yes, we are. And that is why it's so important to review the contracts we make, the commitments we make, the responsibilities we take on. Because if they're not in alignment with the truth of our nature, we suffer mental and emotional anguish. Now, oftentimes this is hidden. It's so repressed, we have no idea of what is really going on deep down inside. The other day, I was angry. And I just got to the point where I kept feeling the agitation flowing to the surface, flowing to the surface, flowing to the surface. And I got to a point where out of nowhere, as I was doing the dishes, I just took a fork and threw it as hard as I could into the sink. There was a cupboard door. I slammed to one side of the cupboard, but that didn't give me enough satisfaction, so I slammed the other one even harder. And then I had the presence of mind to just shout out. I have no idea why I'm really frustrated. That is a mystery. And I know that I'm really never angry for the reasons I think I am, or the subject matter that I think is at hand. Anger builds and compounds. Agitation, frustration is layered upon layered upon layered in our psyches until we just have a display. And those who don't actively display stuff, but they're displaying inside. It's like a volcano in there, ready to erupt at oftentimes the most inopportune time. And that person may be embroiled in torment or agitation for years without external expression. But the outside world can see in their look, in their attitude, in their behavior, in their demeanor, their frustration, their anxiety, their unrest. So after my display and after my announcement, I am never angry for the reasons I think. I was able to just release, return to the flow, and chuckle. It was perfect. A perfect moment. I had not harmed anyone. I had not lashed out at anyone. I hadn't even chipped the porcelain in the sink. And I had moved through and let that which was deep-seated rise to the surface and at least have some kind of recognizing power that flowed through my mind. I was present. I was being human. I was allowing spirit to move me past my human agitation, frustration, and annoyance. At what? I have no idea, really. Because that which is on the surface isn't the real cause. It's cumulative. I could spend hours trying to trace the source, but how ludicrous is that? When my job is to get on with life, to be present, truly present to the next moment, to involve my whole beingness, to just show up, content, alive, vibrant, ready to respond to the stimuli around me. So, I would encourage all of us to think on these things. What it means to be truly present. What it means to just share our beingness in a state of calm, in a state of centeredness. Nothing to do, nothing to get across, nothing to explain, nothing to converse about. And then the joy and the excitement of the new moment really takes hold, really impacts me. And when I'm around others, when you are around others, you can serve as an example of one who is at one with life, in attunement with the vibrations, but not being inundated by them, by taking them seriously or feeling hurt or rejected, or being in a place of grandiose ego entrapment. Oh, look how special I am because I can explain this, or I'm an authority on that. Instead, just being a light unto the world, a presence filled with peace and understanding and compassion, filled with brotherly, sisterly love. Sometimes this is our only job. So, I encourage us all to be aware of the beauty and the power of our own beingness. So, until next time, have a grand and miraculous next moment, and next moment, and next moment. Namaste.